Okay, hello, peoples. Yeah, I just thought I'd do a quick video just to tell you a little bit about what I know, because I study astrology, and with astrology, obviously, it does show and indicates things that go on in our lives, and as a worldwide thing at the moment, what's going on in our lives is really being indicated in the actual current transits. Now, just to explain that, is that there's the sign Capricorn, and Capricorn is the sign that represents governments, worldwide issues, or worldwide events, as it were, um, the banking system, believe it or not. And Capricorn is like the grandfather of all the zodiac signs. It's the serious one. It's the one that actually is about the business, let's say. Now, we've got two planets in there, Pluto. Now, Pluto, whenever there's a transit going on with Pluto up there in Capricorn, in the sign, like I said, which affects governments and so on, it means that there's huge transformation. It really does. It's like birth and it's like death and rebirth, let's say. So it's like transforming. And the other planet is Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is it's a planet that actually does, when there's a transit going on, it's quite a fortunate planet because it brings some like expanse, and also it brings good fortune. Jupiter transits are very, very popular with my clients when they're having a reading, and if I spot a Jupiter transit going on, I have to tell them because it's something that I know that's very encouraging. So what I'm saying is that with Jupiter being in Capricorn at the moment, it means that there's going to be some real benefit from what's going on worldwide, and the transformation is going to be our banking systems, and probably a big transformation of how we actually think and feel, because we're going to be shown some real truths, and much for the better. That's the lovely thing about it. That's why I wanted to share this video, because intuitively I do feel that big change is coming. And when I did check, obviously, the transits and what was going on, I thought, well, there's no wonder, because Pluto and the big boy Jupiter's in there. So it's going to be quite biblical, the change that's coming. And it's going to be around about Easter time as well. So just look out for that. I mean, obviously, you're going to do anyway if you've heard this, because it's subliminally put in your brain, and it's like, wow, what's going to happen here? But there's going to be some good news, and you wouldn't think there'd be good news coming out of this pandemic, as it were. But certainly, it's just something to bear in mind and keep positive about, yeah? And obviously, it's nice to be positive, because if you think in a negative way, everything tends to just, go to shit, doesn't it? It's like you just kind of, the energy's just gone. So, to find positives in things is absolutely, the best thing to do right now. I mean, another pubs are shut. I'm a bit upset about that, and I think we all are, aren't we? And meeting friends as well. I mean, and family. It is really like hard, isn't it? It'll be fantastic when we all goes back to having our free will back and being able to do what we want to do. I think the pubs will be absolutely fit to busting, and you can tell I like to have a drink, but it's more so for the social side of things, obviously. So it's going to be absolutely momentous, to for things to go back to what they were, but in a better way, though, in a much better way. And like I say, it's going to be biblical, of the changes. So I just thought I'd like to share that with you. And if you did want a reading, I'm not obviously seeing anybody one to one, but I can do it like on screen, obviously, and it is kind of most of my work is through through screen anyway. And all I would need is your birth data, which is date of birth, time of birth. If you've got it, that's really, really quite crucial actually, and place of birth. And you know, basically, what your astrology chart is when that's actually been mapped out, it's like a delivery note, and it's got all the information about you on there, and like your date of birth as well, and numbers, because I do numerology as well. The numbers are like your barcode, so it's kind of like those numbers mean things. They don't just mean like, you know, digits. It, you know, they actually do mean something. It's so fascinating to find out about yourself. It really is. I love, that's why I love doing astrology, because I was so like, you know, it grips me so much about how when I found out what my potentials were in my actual astrology chart, because that's like a delivery note, and you're the product, so you're reading what's sort of, you know, in the product, as you know. Anyway, so it's such a beneficial thing to have done, and also for children as well, because I find with parents, sometimes, you know, we can't use usually the wood for the trees, you know, and it's nice for to have a reading of what's where in that child's chart. Obviously, in everybody's chart, it's great to see what's, you know, what a person's actually, you know, capable of, and we've got more, it's got more strength in one thing than the other, or whatever it be. So it's really helpful, and that's why I do like doing it, because it's practical as well. Sounds all good, you know, like kooky, I think, to some people, but really, you know, when it's explained to, yeah, it's not, it's far from it. Well, it's not far from it, but you know, there's so much truth in there, and there's so much that relates to the stars, you know, in our everyday lives, that you wouldn't even think twice about, really. Anyway, so I just thought I'd share that. So look, think positive. It's good, going to be good news, and you know, I'm looking at around about Easter time. Anyway, I've said it now, so you'll have to wait and see. All right, well, thanks for watching. Okay, bye.